Well, if I'm going to start at the beginning started when Tom and I were married. We were married in 1979, and actually our first date was in 1976. What happened was, everybody knows how the market crashed. Well, we were unfortunate enough to lose $1 million in one day. And so our other attorney recommended David, that we talked to David because obviously we had to file a personal bankruptcy.
In our construction company, I was more involved in the day-to-day operations out in the field. But it was basically this severe crash that we had in the market. It was devastating. I mean, it was just sometimes to the point where it was demoralizing. But you know, I think when we met with David the first time, he just put the comfort back, put some brought some confidence back to my thoughts.
But when we met with David, it was almost like this is like too good to be true.
I was comfortable meeting with him, walking through the steps of what will happen and so forth. Being that this is all I ever did from high school on, the construction industry and so forth, you know, you hit a wall like we just recently went through, and it was it was to the point where you didn't think you'd ever come out of it. And David was able to reassure us, and everyone at Lake Law was very comforting in that fact, that these people don't just go through this on a spreadsheet or a dollar thing. This is emotional to people, and it was just something that I felt very comfortable with. Well, we were having a difficult time of making our bills when we had a situation in our corporate life that drained our some of our personal money. We were having difficulty making our bills, and we were utilizing our savings accounts to live off of day to day. Then before we knew it, we just couldn't make our bills, and we were it was very difficult personally to make ends meet, and trying to put three kids through college at the time and so forth. So it was very difficult. Both our personal and our corporate finances were tied together, and that led to a one big mess, basically. Basically, we didn't know what to do. Personally, I've been afraid of bankruptcy. The word has stigma, and it actually terrified me. You hear everything. That's one of the horror stories you can hear from other people. Is once you declare bankruptcy, your credit scores are gone, and you cannot carry on with life the way it was. And that's a horror story that was totally false, and I believe Lake Law made that perfectly clear to us.
It's like I put our faith and our trust into David, and it's like, and I